Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
We're doing well. Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
meeting us.
Of course.
We're so happy to have you. Are you out in California?
Yeah. I was kind of confused about the time. Because I signed up for this Pilates class at like 6 p.m. and then I was like, wait, oh my God, this is also at 6 p.m. But then I was like, no, it's Eastern, so we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are
We're
you guys on
safe.
the East Coast?
We're on the East Coast.
Okay. Where
Yeah.
in
Oh, sorry. I'm in New York.
uh
Yeah. And I'm in Philadelphia. So
okay, nice.
perfect. And then we have a couple other guests who are going to just be joining us. So I'll let them in as we chat and then we can go ahead and get moving.
Okay. This will be a little like warm up for you.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
Yeah,
what's
for
my
a little warm up. It'll be good. We're going to be doing arms today. So, you'll just be perfect. It'll be great. Okay, so usually how this works is we do 10 minutes of an at-home workout and then 10 minutes of just chit chat. So I teach the at-home workout. It's super easy. You don't need equipment. Today we're going to be doing arms. I have my weights
Okay,
behind me. I'll probably use them for like 0.2 seconds, then put them down. You can literally use anything. You will feel it if you just use your hands. You'll
okay,
also feel it if you want to like grab onto a book or anything. Like we have seen all sorts of things. So, but you have
okay.
Pilates later, so like you can
You'll
take
be
it easy
fine.
if you want. Okay, so if you guys want to go ahead and get standing, we're going to do this up on our feet. I'm going to
Okay.
move.
Sorry. I'm like on a desktop, so
Don't worry. I'm like also in a bad space, so
Alex is at her grandparents' house, so
I
we're
am.
all somewhere fun.
Mona.
Okay, guys.
Hi.
Hey, welcome.
I had to change my top.
Literally every single time. I like was crazy and put on an actual workout set. It was really dramatic of me. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I want you to have those elbows tucked in right by your rib cage. You want those arms at 90, and we're just gonna bend into those knees, pushing off through all four corners of the feet. We're gonna extend out and draw it in. We're gonna extend out and draw it in. So I want you to think about having both of those hands in a parallel plane. So we have from our fingertips all the way to our elbows here, we're drawing in and we're drawing out. So it's like I have two headlights placing forward as I come in and I come out. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. And 1, if you can meet me with those arms extended, we're just gonna hold for 4. Can you draw those shoulders down your back? We're here for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, we're gonna bend into 90 and extend. You bend into 90 and extend here. We're keeping those fingertips in line with our elbows in line with our shoulders, creating the nice 90-degree shape here. You're here for 4. You've got it for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, can you meet me with those arms extended? Just hold and elongate here. You're here for 4. Can you engage that core? You're here for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, just that right arm's gonna go out and draw in. That right arm goes out to a T and draws in here. You're here for 4. We're trying to keep those ribs together. We're here for 3. A slight tuck in that pelvis. We're here for 2. In 1, you're going to meet me in that T. You're going to hold it for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, we're going to bend that right arm into 90 and extend. We bend and extend here. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, can you hold it extended for 4? Holding it out is the worst here. You're here for 3. You've got it for 2. In 1, we're going to bring those hands together, open wide and bend. Draw it out, bring it in, open wide and bend here. You're here for 4. If you need to take a break, you're bringing one hand down to your hip. You're here for 3. You've got it for 2. In 1, can you meet me with those arms extended in front of you like you're serving a platter, like you're serving some papers here. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, keep those arms long. We're going to lower all the way down and lift up to a diagonal. Lower all the way down, lift up to a diagonal. I want you to check in with your core as you do this. As we lift those arms, it's really easy to flare out in those ribs. Try to use those exhales and knit those ribs together. Engage that lower core. We're here for 4. You've got it for 3, engaging that core. You're here for 2. In 1, meet me at a diagonal. This is the worst. We're at a diagonal. Everything is under tension here. Those palms are up towards the ceiling. We have a micro bend in those knees. You're here for 4. Draw those shoulders down your back. You're here for 3. Remembering to breathe. You're here for 2. In 1, we're going to bend into those arms and extend. So we're at a diagonal the whole time here. Bending and extending. We're here for 4. This is going to build quickly. If your shoulders don't like it, you come down low. But just know we're here for 3 more. You've got this, guys. You're here for 2 more. In 1 more, we're going to lower all the way down to shoulder height, lift to a diagonal, and bend. Extend, lower to shoulder, lift, and bend. You've got this for 4. You can do anything for 4 more times. You're here for 3. I believe in you for 2. In 1, you're going to meet me down with those arms extended. Hold it out for 4. And 3, we get to lower all the way. In 2. In 1, can you lower it all the way here? We're just going to curl into those biceps. So if you have weights or we have free weights here, this is a really light amount of weight for your biceps. I want to put all of your energy into that bicep. So instead of thinking about movement coming through your elbow, I want you to think about squeezing really hard into that bicep, so much so that those arms are shaking. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, lower, and serve that platter. Draw it in and serve that platter. We're all lawyers here. We have excellent pattern recognition, which means we know we're coming to that other side, but we're almost done. You're here for 4. You're here for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, can you meet me with those arms extended? Can you hold them out for 4? Micro bend in those elbows. You're here for 3. You've got it for 2. In 1, we're going to draw that left arm out to a T and then draw it back in. We open and we draw it back in here. As we bring that arm out to a T and open, I want you to make sure you're not opening out in that hip. You're keeping that pelvis square, those ribs knit together here. You're here for 4. Like we're frozen in cement except for that arm. You're here for 3. You've got it for 2. In 1, we're going to bring that arm out to that T, bend it in, extend, and draw it in. We draw out, bend it in, extend, and draw it in. You're here for 4. You guys are so strong. You're here for 3. Told you it burns even without those weights. You're here for 2. In 1, can you meet me with those arms extended? We're holding that T for 4. You've got it for 3. You're here for 2. In 1, can you just bend it in and extend? If you need to take a break, you're bringing that right hand down to your hip. If those shoulders are talking to you in a way that you don't like, bring that elbow down by your side. You're here for 4. Holding on to that core engagement the whole time. You're here for 3. Great job. You're here for 2. In 1, can you meet me with an arm at 90, that right arm extended? Draw that arm in and out. We're drawing that arm in and out here. You're here for 4. You've got it for 3. Mindful of your form. You're here for 2. In 1, we're going to elongate and hold that arm here. This is how we finish. We're holding and extended for 8. If you want a little bit more, you raise to a diagonal. We're bending into those knees. You're here for 7. You've got it, guys. Using that breath, using those exhales. Can you stretch those arms a little bit longer? You're here for 6. You're here for 5. You're here for 4. In 3. In 2. In one, go ahead and ditch. Everybody gets so serious with arms, so just shake those arms out. Be a little playful with it. Shirin, you're gonna be dead in your Pilates class later.
Yeah, on
It's hard even without the weights. With the weights, I did them for like 2 seconds. Shake everything out here. I want you to raise those arms up to the ceiling and then just bend into those knees. We're shaking everything loose here. Taking up space, you're here for 4. Syncing up with your exhales, you're here for 3. You've got it for 2. In 1, you can go ahead and bring that right arm across your body. Gaze coming over that right shoulder. Maybe shake out that wrist. Stick with this for as long as you need. We'll go ahead and switch out that other side. Gaze comes over left shoulder. Just shaking out that wrist. You can find any more movement you need, bringing that arm up to the top of your back here, catching onto that elbow, maybe twisting over to the side. When you're ready, you can gently unwind, coming over to that other side, lengthening, and then elongating over to the side. You're here for 4. Deep breaths, guys. You're here for 3. In 2. In 1. You guys are all done. Take any more movement that you need. Grab any water, and that's it. I'm done with you. Short and sweet. Short and hard.
Fun.
Yeah, short and hard. I'm always like, Claire's like, it won't be so hard today. And then it's always, I'm dying in the background. So thanks for doing it with me, everyone.
It's better than me trapping people into like a 10-minute plank, which I have tried to do before, and Alex was like, that's not
no,
happening.
yeah,
So,
oh my
Not
God,
for me.
your cat is so cute.
oh my gosh, thank you. His name is Guinness. He is a little cutie, a very naughty little kitten right now. So,
Trying to
what did you say?
was trying to crawl up your leg.
Oh, every single time. I look like a crazy cat lady because he's like climbing up my body and I'm just unfazed. But yeah, he's great.
It's his exercise too,
Yeah, he's working out too.
Yeah.
And also just everyone let me know if it does get too loud. I can move. Like I said, I'm at my grandparents' today, so there's a lot of people in the house. So they're all very curious about what I was just doing, what we were just doing. So
They're definitely all at the door. They're also working out right now with you, Alex.
honestly, maybe. I don't know what they're there. They're eating, I think. But okay, so let's get into it. So we really like to do the workout first as a way to sort of just get into things, like shake off the day, sort of reset and bring in the endorphins into our conversation portion. And this will be short and sweet for sure, so don't worry. But first off, I just wanted to make sure, is it Shirin or Shireen?
Shireen.
Shireen, okay, perfect. So first I wanna like just introduce you. I know I did a little stalking on LinkedIn about you, just to like, cover my bases. But I would say if you have anything that you'd like to introduce yourself to our audience is mainly law students and young attorneys.
hmm So yeah, I am an attorney, barred in California. I've been practicing for a little over a year and a half. I was doing business litigation, and I just recently opened my own firm. Um, and I actually signed up for the Florida bar today, so literally today. Yeah, I've been having some downtime with starting my own firm. It's still a bit slow. It's been just like a month since I opened it. And I literally go crazy if all hours of my day are not packed. So I was like, I need to do something. And it's a great time to just, do that extra bar exam. So yeah, that's
Well,
basically it.
that's amazing. That's like not basically, that's awesome. So, wow, why did you pick Florida?
Um, I just feel like I think like California, New York, Florida, Texas are just big states where like a lot of legal things happen. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna start with Florida and then maybe do New York. So
Yes, do it. Come here.
yeah, honestly.
Okay, well, this honestly, that was a great intro. I think it leads into really the topics that I think we wanted to talk about today, which were basically goal setting, achieving what you wanted to achieve and on your own, which is so amazing. I mean, reading your resume was amazing, but hearing you say it is just really inspirational to show that what you can do within your first year of practice is not what the cookie cutter,
Yeah,
plan
for sure.
is. you can do as much as you want with it. And so I guess my question would be for somebody that's graduating this May, how did you, aside from studying for the bar, how did you even, get ready to set up your own firm? How did you come to that decision? And what made you really press go on that?
It was a really hard decision. There's a lot of decisions you make after you graduate law school and you pass the bar. It's whether you want to go into big law, go to a small boutique firm, whether you want to do transactional litigation. So there's just like a bunch of decisions that you need to make. And for me, like I always knew, like I don't think I'm cut out for big law.
Hmm.
I don't like those hours. I don't like that pressure. So I moved to a smaller firm. I did work in big law before that. After seeing that environment, I was like, it's not for me. I think I would thrive better in a small environment where I can have like more one-on-one mentoring, um, and really gain the experience so that later on I can go and start something on my own. So I kind of always had that in mind. And then it got to a point where I was like, okay, I think I have enough experience to like pull trigger on this.
Hmm.
So I did it, and it was a great decision because I have a lot of flexibility in life right now, and I really value work-life balance. So it's just a matter of like being good at marketing. I have my social media platform, which I use to get clients. So it's all just like strategy and figuring it out. Not
Yeah.
at, like one thing might not be someone else's dream or goal. So it's really different and it's really versatile.
Did you always have the dream of starting your own firm, especially like coming into law school?
I think I always have been an entrepreneurial person. I've always had like side hustles growing up, and I have always had these business ideas. So I think like being a business owner and having my own firm was always in the cards for me. It was just like a matter of when or what type of law. So yeah.
I mean, I love that answer. I think for me and Claire as well, starting something within our first year as well, it's albeit not a law firm, but
Mhm.
starting a company it's really like you're taking a leap of faith and jumping off the deep end. But if it's something that you're interested in, I think it's a great thing to do, and it's a great way to spend your time. But
Yeah.
kind of on the point which you brought up about your like work-life balance. I mean, you're so busy. You're literally opening a firm, studying for the bar, like what? And now you like I heard that you're doing Pilates later. How do you find balance? What are things that you prioritize in your day that are sort of like non-negotiables, to keep you being able to do your best work?
Yeah, I think definitely moving is a big thing. I have this really big like discipline in my life where when my first alarm goes off, I get up. I
Mm.
feel like spending that extra 10, 15 minutes in your bed is really, for me, that's where it gets me. And it kind of sets up my day for laziness. So that first alarm goes up, I'm getting up, I'm doing like some type of movement. I put on this workout set at like 8 a.m., even though I didn't even work out today and I'm probably not going to be working out until 6 p.m. But just, like getting ready for the day and setting yourself up really makes a difference. And moving, like I go on walks in the day. I try to do like either a workout class or go to the gym, even if it's just walking on the treadmill for 20, 30 minutes. So I think movement is the number one thing. And also planning your days out too. Not in like a OCD type of way where like you're planning by every hour, but have like a set schedule of like this is what I'm doing in the day, this is what I need to do. And checking off those goals for the day, it makes a difference too.
I could not agree more. I think it is really a discipline thing, and that for people perhaps that are struggling with it, like you said, make a list, maybe make a promise to yourself that you always get up at the first alarm, whatever that is, that small thing that you can do to really, embed that schedule into your routine.
Small things, yeah. If
Small
you can
things.
like, tell yourself to do one small thing a day, it makes a difference.
So when you studied for the bar, like the summer after you graduated, did you feel that you had like a very similar routine, a very similar mindset towards that? And like, how did those skills of studying for the bar translate over into now you opening up this firm on your own?
Yeah, so I feel like half of the bar exam is learning how to study for it. At least for me personally. I feel like maybe a month or two before the bar exam. So I think it's like 4 months of studying, 3, 4 months of studying. It was like pretty close to the exam, maybe a month and a half out, where I was like, this is not working. Like, I'm not learning anything. So I just like completely had to change the way I was studying. I felt like I was doing too much in the beginning and not retaining enough. So yeah, I completely had to change the way I was studying. And I feel like that whole like program with like the daily schedule wasn't working for me. And even then, yeah, I would take my study materials, I would print everything out and go to the gym and just walk on like two speed and just flip through everything. I was there with my highlighter. So that was like my thing was studying on a treadmill.
Wait, I
Um,
love that you found that. I feel like
yeah,
that's something that maybe people would be like, oh, I'll be distracted
yeah,
or you won't retain info, but if it works for you, it works for you.
yeah. And like for me, like I can't be in a quiet place when I'm studying. I need to see people, I need to have background noise, even have the TV on. So it's different for everyone. And it's just, I feel like it's really important early on to figure out more than like, like how to retain all this info is how can I set myself up to retain all this info? Like can I, how can I learn basically what works for me and what doesn't?
That's like the best answer ever, honestly. I think you hear so much like fluff about the bar exam and you don't really hear too much practical advice. And I think that's a really good one is lean into your strengths, make changes where changes are needed, and then just move on already. You know, that you don't
Yeah.
need to worry so much about what everyone else is doing. I do have a question about that though. Like, changing up things, like you said, a couple weeks in or maybe 6 weeks into your bar prep is a little scary, especially the first time around.
Yeah.
Um, what might like confidence tips or something that you might give to kind of reassure someone that like, give it a try. It's not that deep, switch it up, and you might find that you're really rewarded for that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I just always have the mentality of everyone always asks me like, "Okay, how are you doing this much?" Honestly, I just brainwash myself. I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna do good, and that's it. Like, there's no other option." So I'm like, I don't think of the alternative or the what happens if I fail. No, I'm gonna pass. And
And then, yeah.
it's like brainwashing, manifesting, whatever you want to call it, but that's just like always a mentality I've had. And it you start doing things that set you up for that too, whether
I
it's like
love that.
unconsciously or yeah. So you just really have to give yourself pep talks, you have to be strict with yourself and just keep telling yourself that like you're gonna be great and you're gonna pass, and that's it. If you're always sitting there like, oh my gosh, like, oh my god, what if this, what if that, like,
It's
it's
not
all
gonna
about your
work.
confidence. And
Yeah,
yeah.
and believe in yourself. I heard this quote the
Yeah.
other day that was like, there are no right decisions. There's just choices that you make, and then you make those choices right. And I feel like that's exactly what you're talking about there. And I'm seeing it translate, into your, professional life as well. And so we're almost to a close, but I have like one kind of more fun question to ask. And that's just more about like social media strategy. How did you get started in that? How do you find that it's helping your business side of things? Is it fun? Like all those sort of things.
Yeah, so I feel like at first when I started posting when I was in law school. It wasn't super consistent, but it was just like a get ready with me while I pull an all-nighter. My friend knows we would pull all-nighters together. She was studying for her master's. I was in law school, so it would be like funny things like get ready with me while I pull an all-nighter, or like I would make law jokes out of like relationship advice and things like that. So I feel like at first it started fun. Now I'm trying to switch it to a more serious tone so I can actually get leads from it for my business. But I always make it a goal to like be my authentic self on my social media. And I even got a comment today. Someone was like, "Yeah, like why do you have such an unserious tone? Like, don't you think clients like want you to be more serious in marketing?" And that's just me. Like, whoever wants to hire me can hire me. And if they think I'm unserious, then you can go find your attorney who's more serious. I don't know. But that's my brand and I want to stay true to it.
Well, I love that. I mean, I feel like the 10 minutes always flies by so quickly, and we really like to stay true to that because the whole point of this is that it's just a break in your day. We get to learn a bit about you and see all the amazing things you've done, and hopefully, spread some inspiration to other law students that are looking to do similar things. So I will keep us to our 10 minutes, but could honestly talk with you all day. And, this was really fun. So I hope you guys had fun, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much. I've been sitting here on my desk the whole day. So has my friend. We've literally
We
been on
needed this.
we needed this.
And
My
it's
We're
back
like,
was
I can't wait to stretch.
my back was breaking, so I
Seriously.
couldn't
yeah,
take it.
Claire's workouts, it's just amazing. Like you get that endorphin rush, and we only did it for 10 minutes, so it's
Yeah.
amazing.
It
Yeah,
was
no,
so
Well,
good.
thank you guys. It
thank
was
you
Thank
so much.
you.
Much.
Bye.
Bye.
bye, guys.